everybody!
Hello guys, happy Tuesday to you. Thank you very much for checking out today's video. Hope you guys have had a great weekend.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comment section what you guys have been up to. If you've been enjoying the sun, you've been having out with family, maybe having a barbecue with this type of weather, or planning a holiday, or getting ready for a holiday. Let us know in the comment section.
Or maybe you've been at the dreaded W place. Comment down below, let me know what you got up to. We really would love to find out.
So today's video, we're going to be giving you guys like top tips of planning a trip to Tokyo. A lot of you guys have been asking us through social medias and comments in previous videos, and we do want to do this video. We want to make sure it was really good for you guys to enjoy. And we did cover like a Q&A video that we did on one of our monthly Q&A videos, so we'll leave the link in the description and top right corner of this video. Yeah,
we answered a lot of your questions regarding Japan. Basically, in this video we're going to give you our top tips on how to book your Tokyo Disneyland holiday.
Yes.
If that's the right way to say it.
Yes.
I do apologise if you hear a lot of wafting.
It is hot.
It's getting too hot right now,
yes.
like insanely hot.
So this is our aircon.
Yeah. So we may look a little bit sweaty and our hair might be a little bit greasy. But anyhow, we are waffling on. Shall we start?
Yeah. First thing we're going to cover for you guys are flights and sort of transportations from the airport or where to go. So we flew to Hyundai Airport from London Heathrow. We booked our flights through a price comparison website. We found that easier than actually going through every sort of airline that flies to Tokyo, because it kind of covered everything in one basis. Prices kind of varied from like £400 up to £2,000 depending on how you wanted to go. We flew with Cathay Pacific. We found them to be the best value that we could get. There were cheaper options as well with other airlines, but we kind of wanted to go with a safe, reliable sort of airline. Yeah,
we're not calling the other airlines not a reliable airline. No. It's just there wasn't as many reviews for those airlines, and we were doing as much research as possible because we were going in here blind. So we had to make sure that we did a lot of research and try and find out what was the best airline to travel with.
We stopped off at Hong Kong for a 4-hour layover.
Yeah.
Again, you can pick a direct flight. They do cost a little bit more, but we found this to be better because we wanted to experience Hong Kong, even if it was just the airport. Yeah. So we can kind of tick it off and say, oh, we're at the airport. That was quite fun.
Yeah.
Maybe go to Disneyland store as well. That was quite interesting.
It was quite interesting. It was quite nice.
But yeah, so we after that we flew to Hyundai Airport. There is another airport in Tokyo called Narita. This is a little bit further out from the Tokyo Disney area, and so we found that Hyundai was a closer option.
When booking your flights as well, if you have got a loyalty membership or a points membership with any airlines, like Virgin or BA, because Virgin and BA will share their points with other airlines and companies and stuff like that. So if you have accumulated some points, when you've been traveling over to Florida or California or wherever you've been, check on their website and see if there's any sister or partnered airlines that fly over to Japan which you can use those points towards, and that could help you as well save a lot of money for.
Indeed. Every little penny helps.
Yeah, indeed.
Indeed.
And as well, you can rack up the points as well to go back to Florida.
Because it's actually further than Florida, so which is good.
Which is what we did with our ABS points. Hey!
So, as you know, we landed in Hyundai Airport. We stayed the night in a hotel, which we booked through booking.com, which we did talk about in the Q&A video, which if you make sure you do check that one out. But when we arrived, you may think, where to go? How am I going to transport myself from...
You may be completely startled.
Hyundai to Disney. There's all this language that you've never heard of. So as you come out of arrivals, you'll basically see the information booth right in front of you, and next to it on the left is the limousine bus company. Now if you are staying in the Disney resort area, sort of when you pick in hotels and things like that, they will take you to that area. You basically just walk up, say Disneyland area, they may ask the Pacific hotel that you are staying at, and then they will let you know how much the price is. So it actually takes around 15 minutes, depending on traffic of course, to the Disney resort area from Hyundai Airport, and the prices of a one-way ticket for one adult is 830 yen.
Sounds a lot.
It does sound a lot, but when you exchange it into pounds, it's only about £5.76.
Yeah.
So it's really cheap.
It's really affordable, and you don't have to book in advance. You can just walk up like what we did. We just walked up and they were like, yep, the next bus is this. Even talking to the information desk to find out where the bus stops are, they spoke perfect English.
Yep.
You know, they were able to communicate and everything, and everything's easily signposted, and yeah.
Yeah, including when you get to the actual bus station.
Yeah.
It says it in English and of course Japanese, so you know where you're going, and so it'll be very much easier for you guys. There
is another way to travel over there as well, and that is via train. Now, we didn't do that. You can head over to the station, and you can talk to a staff member there, and they will be able to direct you and work out how much it would cost and which station to be at.
Yeah, it's really, really simple. Again, like Steph said in the information bit, and majority of the staff there at the international airport, they do speak very good English. So there may be a little bit of complication. They do as much as they can to help you.
Yes, and another really good tip as well in regards to the language barrier is to make sure that you've got Google Translate. If you are having a bit of a communication difficulty, just use the Google Translate, and they will more than happily, will communicate via that way.
Yeah. It is super easy to use. It is super easy to use and very easy. It's a free app to download.
Yeah.
You can download them on all phones, iOS, Android, and all that for you. Yeah. So we're going to talk about hotels.
Yes.
We originally booked it with Tim and Jen, and Tim and Jen booked it through their own way. But we're going to tell you how, if we were going to do it our way, what would we do? And the first thing that we would do is we would go through websites like Booking.com, Expedia, Hotels.com, and all sort of the big sort of companies to find a hotel in an area that we want it to be.
Yes.
But before we actually booked it, we wouldn't book it through them. We would look through the actual hotel company. So if we were staying with Hilton, we would go straight through to the Hilton website and see what the best value would be, because sometimes you can get a better deal through the actual hotel company website than you would through hotel booking search engines or companies like that.
And like what we said about the flights, if you are partnered and you have a membership club, or one of those free loyalty clubs that are partnered with huge hotel chains and stuff like that,
Hilton or something like that,
check on the website and see if they're actually got any hotels that are near the Disneyland area. They may be able to give you a better discount or a free upgrade or something like that.
When Tim and Jen did theirs, they used the Hilton Honors, which was a membership that they chose with. So again, there is the Sheraton hotels that are around that area, but again, just check the actual bay itself or a little bit further out. You may be able to find some hotels that you know and you're part of already.
And when you are picking your hotel as well, check the reviews on Booking.com, check the reviews on TripAdvisor and stuff. Check sites like that just so that you could get really honest views and opinions regarding the hotel and the amenities, and if there's any transfers to take you over to the monorails and stuff like that.
That's a very important point as well. Make sure they have the transportation to take you to the parks. If they don't, then you're just going to be finding your own way, and that's going to cost you even more money. So
research is key.
Yes, indeed. Travel money. Of course, you're going to a new country, you need the foreign currency. Where's the best place to go? We're going to be saying this word quite a lot. Comparison websites.
Yeah.
We say this a lot, but it is really, really important that you do check this, because there are so many foreign currency exchange places that do so many different deals and things like that. Of course, majority of people use credit cards, which you can use in Tokyo, but when you actually go to Tokyo City, the actual centre, cash is more important than cards. People say cash is king. You can use cards in the Disneyland area, in the hotels and things like that. They do accept the cards, but always have cash with you. It is extremely important. So like we said, we use the comparison website. We've used many others. You can literally Google them. Literally just put on Google foreign currency comparison. You'll find loads of there, and they'll give you the best value. I would not recommend going to travel agents and things like that, because the majority of theirs are really high, as in like you don't get as much money back for exchanging.
It is also good to check out moneysavingexpert.com.
Yeah.
Is it that guy from this morning?
That's
it's worth checking that website as well, because they will constantly update where the best place is to get more for your buck, basically.
Yeah, they also do credit cards for foreign travels as well. So if you do want to look under that as well, that's another idea.
Because like what we do, we use Revolut as well, like a prepaid card, which is really easy to use.
So when it comes to how much money to bring, this is of course subjective to a point, because it depends on what you're going to be mainly spending it on. Are you spending it mainly on merch? Are you just there just to blow out on food? It completely depends. So we took around just over 200,000 yen around the time in May, and obviously the conversion around that was just around about £1,200.
You know, the conversion rate from pounds to yen is really, really good.
Yes.
So yeah, you have to make sure that you get a really good thing. And with that amount of money, we had a lot left over.
Yeah, we did an extra day in Disney.
Yeah.
You know, we actually had some extra merchandise. Obviously, we did the Disney Tokyo Disney haul. If you haven't checked that out, please link in the description for you guys. The conversion rate's really, really good, and so hopefully that will help you guys out picking out some money as well for you.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about the Disney tickets. When it came to actually trying to get them in advance, we couldn't actually do it for some reason. It wouldn't accept international credit cards on their booking website. So from when we were doing research, the prices are exactly the same. There's no sort of high and low season, you know, cheaper or deals that we could find. So when we got to the hotel at Tokyo Hilton Bay, the actual concierge desk there was selling tickets for Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea. They also do passports, which are like 1, 2, 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
So as we were there for so many days, we chose a 4-day one. The price was 22,400 yen. Exchanging that, it's around about 150 to 155 pounds, depending on the exchange rate of when you purchase it. Again, that's not really bad. 155 pounds for
4 days.
4 days in 2 parks. It's not.
It's really good.
If you compare it to Disneyland Paris, it's around about 200 euros.
Yeah.
And that equates to just about 200 pounds, just a short under. So it's not that bad, and it's a really, really good deal. When you actually do purchase the tickets, the concierge desk or at the ticket booth at the Disney resort areas will ask. The first 2 days you have to pick one park.
Yeah.
So on our first day we chose Tokyo Disneyland. On our second day we chose Tokyo Disney Sea. And the last 2 days they were park hopper tickets. But when you do the park hopper tickets, when you're leaving your first park, you must ask a cast member for a stamp. So it's very old fashioned, because I remember Walt Disney World used to do it.
Yeah.
Disneyland Paris I think still do it. But yeah, make sure you have a stamp so that when you do return back to Tokyo Disneyland, say if that was you just come back from Tokyo Disney Sea, you show them the stamp, they'll know that you've been to a park, you can go in.
Yeah.
And so it kind of works that way for both parks. Make sure you do that, because we didn't do that, and it was very funny because they were like, "Oh, did you not get a stamp?" And we're like
no,
sorry. But they let us through because obviously we were tourists, so they kind of said, "Oh, you know, it's the first time," and so they could have understood, so they let us in. But please make sure you get the stamp.
Yeah.
With the Tokyo Disney tickets as well, when it comes to fast passes, it is very much sort of similar to the old-fashioned fast passes where you have to go and scan your ticket.
Yeah.
So there is no fast pass sort of booths that you have to pick in advance. They do have a new app where they just brought it out, and it's a very, very good app.
It's a very good app.
Again, wait times are on there. You can shop items and get it delivered to your hotel.
And your home, actually.
And your home as well.
Yeah,
so
you can actually ship them over to home. You don't have to worry about, you know, baggage allowance and stuff like that. You may have to worry about custom charges.
Yes.
You know, but that's a great little service.
It was really, really good. And so make sure you download that app, because it may help you out a lot with the wait times and everything. They do have the information booths as well around, just to let you know, like the old-fashioned ones where it has the times, but it may help you out as well.
We didn't have that luxury when we were there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to going back and to use the app again.
Indeed. Lastly, we're going to be covering sort of like the language sort of barrier and like just understanding Japanese culture. Yeah. Little hints and tips for you guys to know, so that when you do go, you kind of know it in your heart. You know what to do when it happens. When it comes to the language sort of barrier in the Tokyo area, some cast members have good bits of English and some don't, which is fine. You know, that's understandable. Again, like we said in the previously before, make sure you have the Google Translate app with you, so then you have it ready. If they don't understand, you can kind of type it and then show them. It makes it very much easier. Sometimes cast members actually have it on little phones of their own, which have the app as well, so they can actually give it to you and then you can do it. So that's a really nice little touch that they've done. And
another really cool thing is you never know where that cast member has worked as well. We met quite a few cast members who have trained in Florida, or they've worked in California, or they've lived in London. And when they find out that you're English and stuff, they will just come up and be like, "Hi, how are you doing? I used to work at a certain park," and stuff like that. So you'll be very, very surprised on how many cast members actually have worked in other Disney parks, or you know, have lived in London to study.
So you never know. It's a small world, Steph.
It's a very, very small world. Don't worry about the language barrier.
Yeah. The one thing as well that I would probably do as well before is to learning small phrases from saying like thank you, hello, goodbye, and things like that. Sometimes that will help. Like arigato is a majority one saying thank you when like you're just finishing like purchasing something. That's quite important. The one thing as well we're going to talk about is bowing. Whenever you're greeting somebody or saying thank you after you've purchased something, you always see them bow, and it's not like a full bow.
It's not
like,
a full-on like headbutt bow.
Yeah, you're not seeing the Queen. It's just a short little bow like that.
It's just a kind gesture, like thank you. Like,
and also when it comes to purchasing things like that, when you're using the bow,
hold out both hands to accept money.
Yes. So when you're purchasing something, the first thing they'll do is when they say how much an item is, you'll see a little sort of like a tray or some sort of little thing where you put the money on. So you put the money on with both hands. The cast member or the person who's on the cash register will take the actual money.
We'll take the tray.
We'll take the tray, sorry, with the money on. As they're grabbing your change and your receipt, they'll have the receipt and your money and everything all together again with both hands.
Yeah.
They will hand it to you, which you take with both hands.
Yeah.
Which is, again, that's how they do it. And then again, at the end, you bow because they say arigato.
Arigato.
And then you take it and you bow it. And that's for small little things like that will help you out. When you know that, you will know what to do when it happens.
Yeah, there's lots of little basic things that you can learn. What we will do, we will leave a link, a few links down below for you to check out of the channels that we watch.
Yeah.
And it helped us educate ourselves with the Japanese culture and things not to do, what to do, what not to do.
Yeah.
You know, sort of things like that. You know, so abroad in Japan, made in Japan. You know, channels like that. We will leave the links down below. They'll explain it a lot better than us. Yeah. So
they live there, they've enjoyed the culture, so they know exactly what to do. So hopefully those videos will help you out for you guys. The last thing I just want to mention, like an honourable mention, is just basically the Wi-Fi devices that we use while we're out there in Japan. You have to purchase these in advance and then you can get them sent to your hotel. It can be in the Disney resort. We picked ours up at the airport. They can connect to up to 4 devices depending on what package you get, and then they give you a certain amount of usage, and at the end of the trip they give you a package that you can send back to the seller before you actually get onto the flight or back home when you go back home. I recommend doing it before security because there are loads of mail points around there. So if you do it, if you're after security, there is no way of actually getting it for you. You have to do it when you get back to England or wherever you come from. If
any of you have ever used TEP is like a wireless device that you can use all over the world. It's very similar to that.
Yes, very similar to those sort of
things.
And
the Wi-Fi speeds are very, very good.
They are very good and definitely worth the value, and it helps you out a lot. So that's all the hints and tips that we wanted to give you guys for today's video. Thank you very much for checking it out. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. We really do appreciate it. If you found this video informative and you want to see other types of videos that we've done lots of top 5 videos at Walt Disney World, Disneyland Paris. So make sure to hit the subscribe button. Also ring the bell to be notified of future videos. We also do live streams on You Now, so if you guys want to check them out, make sure to hit the bell button as well. And yes, we will leave all of our favourite Japanese videos and channels down below for you guys to check out. So yeah, check out Made in Japan, Abroad in Japan, and of course as well Abby Pop as well, who goes to Japan quite a lot. And she's actually currently a cast member at Disneyland Paris right now. She is indeed a very lucky girl. She's a very, very lucky girl. So yeah, they are wonderful, wonderful vlogs and wonderful videos for you guys to go and check out. Alright guys, so with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you on the next video, which of course is tomorrow, because we're doing Vlogust at the moment. Yes! So we shall see you then. Bye! Bye.